Right, so it's time for a little video here. We're just going to jump right into it. The new administration's continuity of agenda is, by all accounts, continuing like under the old administration. The only slight change is, as far as I can see, is in regard to their outlook on in the war in Ukraine, which is obviously because they have lost the proxy war and they need to regroup and rearm and think about a new strategy, and that's why they want a ceasefire by all accounts. And if you look at what Pete Hegseth has said to the Europeans, he is absolutely saying that they need to take leadership of the funding and arming of Ukraine, and that leadership role the Europeans are jumping at the bit to fill for the United States, while the United States proclaim that it's seeking peace. I think all of this, to be honest, is a ruse. I think they are trying to trick not only the Western population but also the Russians to go along with some ceasefire, only so that they can rearm and regroup and begin the war in a few years' time again, while having European troops in Ukraine, which will be the catalyst for a third world war, which I, for one, am very much against. And in other regards, you see the freedom of speech. I had praised the Vice President Vance for his speech in Munich, rightly criticising the European governments for their lack of rights of the people, the attacks on freedom of speech. But I think I've proven myself that was unfounded, because the United States government is now prosecuting people for criticising Israel's genocide and seeking to deport people who are critical of this genocide. That is completely outrageous how such a thing can happen at this day and age, or a genocide which has just begun again with the US blessing. That means the Trump administration's blessing. I thought he was anti-war, but apparently not so much. So and in regard to the public persecution, of course, is continuing. I'm still being persecuted for no apparent reason. They are really doubling down on the digital twin, or the virtual me, where they play every single role that they broadcast and simultaneously blame me for everything that they are showing and telling people about in these regards, as if I was running around actually involved in all of these fantastical narratives and endless propaganda campaigns that are being waged. And when I'm out and about, they are still incessantly using the synthetic telepathy communication system, broadcasting to anybody and everybody in a certain vicinity to me. As I say, it's gaslighting, it's ridicule and discrediting campaigns against me, and it's electronic harassment against anybody and everybody that I come in to vicinity with, only so that they blame me for it, on the pretext that they are using remote neural monitoring, which they are able to pick up and read what I'm sensing from my ears, my eyes, my nose. My 5 senses are being recorded and demodulated and understood almost in real time, and on that basis they are blaming me for everything that they do. In the same breath, they're ordering people about with the very same communication system. So you have to really be completely delusional if you think that I'm responsible for these things, but at the same time you're running around following the orders given over the very same communication system. I mean, the cognitive dissonance, you have to be completely consumed by it to go along with this, but unfortunately many people are, and that's why this new technocratic authoritarian agenda is so dangerous. And this is absolutely the plan of people like Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, Karp, and other people from these public-private partnerships, which are thoroughly entwined with the new administration. So I don't think you have to be really naive to not believe that the continuity of gender is actually is not changing in very many regards at all. They might just be streamlining it, and cutting down on all kinds of frivolous things, like all kinds of gender-based agendas, which the other administration was very preoccupied with. They're probably definitely rather leaving some of this by the door, but on almost every other issue there is no difference, and that is because it doesn't really matter who's president at the end of the day.